discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at Black Hot Fire. Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just 1 tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition store.
Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing amazing today, and welcome to another beautiful episode of the Africa Today Show. My name is Joby. To those who are with us for the first time, change of outfit. I know this is not how I was looking actually earlier, but yeah, change of outfit. It was a little bit cold than how I dressed up today, so I had to go literally and change my outfit and wear something a little bit warmer. But I hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope your week has been fantastic. Of course, literally, it's Friday. Time is really going super fast. It's literally Friday, but I hope your week has been amazing. Mine has been great. Started the Monday feeling kind of sick, literally super sick, but I'm feeling amazing. Literally, I'm feeling super amazing. I've made it towards the end of the week and can't wait to see what the weekend has in store for myself. But for you, karibu sana. Today we're gonna be focusing on the Pretendians, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, the Pretendians that are part of the FBA movement. And apart from that, we're going to be looking at, of course, some major news that have actually happened this particular afternoon on you guys' end, or rather this particular morning and evening on our end, where we have the Strait of Hormuz that's been opened by Iran. That is for commercial shipping. We're going to be looking at that as we start with today's conversation, and so much more coming from also the same war on what is happening. Karibuni sana. Remember, you can get those amazing supplements on the Black Hot Fire Network application. We're going to be talking also about Trump saying that, of course, when he announced about the Strait of Hormuz being finally opened, and so much that he had said earlier, all that. But karibuni sana once again. Let me actually start with those videos of what is happening currently in the Strait of Hormuz. I'm trying to log in my TikTok account. We've been logged out. I don't know why. I know our TikTok account has been banned throughout the whole week. Yeah, confirm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, something is happening with, I'm trying to log in with my TikTok. So let me see. Just log in. Let me see if I can do this. Log in. Okay. Should be able to log in. Okay. Nice. So let me do this very quickly as I cue the videos because, all right, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. We'll start with this.
We're on a tour boat here in the waters just off the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most contentious flashpoints. We're only a few minutes into our journey, and you can already see tankers and cargo ships just stuck there. And they've been there for weeks. Now, those oil tankers are where around 20% of the world's energy passes through.
Carbo Kid, how you doing?
Sana, how you doing, Joby?
I'm easy, feeling just easy, nothing much. We
All
started
right.
with some major news of what has happened this amazing afternoon, evening
What
from
happened?
about the Iran opening the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, straits. Yeah, they just said they opened the straits because of the ceasefire or something. Yeah, go.
Yeah, because of the Lebanon ceasefire. That's why they have opened the Strait of Hormuz. So we have Trump who is super excited about it. Actually, Trump is now acting like America has won the war. That's why Iran has opened.
Yeah, exactly. He's super excited. It was already open, and now it fucked up until he bombed people and killed innocent people. So all he did was get exactly what he got before he started murdering people. It's always, it's the psychopathy of the Caucasian race. It's crazy with these folks. They try to say, yeah, I won, but actually didn't, because now Iran is charging people $2 million for each ship. So Iran won. He's gonna make money. It's open. We still gotta pay that $2 million, Joby, every ship. They go in and out. You gotta pay that $2 million. So go ahead.
And for 7 weeks now, none of those tankers have been moving. And now that's created an energy crisis all over the world. It's seen gas prices skyrocket.
Yeah, all over the world.
And
Exactly.
President Trump and Iran are negotiating. It's not just Iran that is blockading these waters. President Trump has also announced a blockade in an attempt to choke off Iran's own energy exports.
That blockade didn't work.
Time when the world is trying to figure out a way to prevent something like this from happening again. We have leaders meeting in Europe from dozens of countries gathering together to try to come up with some sort of solution, potentially even a military solution, in order to ensure that these waters don't become blocked again. Now, the war between Israel, the US, and Iran, again, is in a ceasefire right now. That ceasefire expires only in a few days from now. President Trump signaling that he feels confident that some sort of agreement can be reached, but these waters remain at the heart.
I don't feel like America will have a satisfaction until they have a hold of the Iran nuclear weapon. That is one thing for sure, because that's what they want.
What about? No, that's all a lie. They don't give a fuck about no nuclear weapon. They want the oil, Joey. Stop being naive. They want the resource. Iran's already got a nuclear weapon. That's the scam. They already got it. They already got it. So that's the scam.
Okay, we can.
They already got it.
I feel like it's not.
It ain't no nuclear war.
I feel like it's not just about minerals as much as we're talking about the minerals. Yes, we know that the takeover of Iran is about also
it
the
is.
nuclear, because
It's about the minerals. It ain't about no nuclear nothing.
okay, all
It ain't
right.
about no nuclear. You're still being about any nuclear nothing. It's about the oil, and they want to break Iran up. They want to, what they call balkanize it, Joe. They want to break Iran into 4 or 5 different countries if they can, because this is to stop them. Iran is the only power in the region that can stop Israel from, So the whole thing was to break it up, to balkanize it, steal its oil, steal its resources, its money, and break up the country. They don't give a shit about no nuclear bomb. Hell, they said the same shit about North Korea. North Korea got a nuclear bomb. I didn't go into North Korea. North Korea, nuclear bomb. North Korea got a nuclear bomb. They got one. And
so could that?
But guess what North Korea don't? But guess what North Korea don't got, Joby? Guess what they don't got? They don't got no resources. Like I said, that's why they ain't down there trying to even away just to get farmland so they can eat. They ain't got no farmland in North Korea to eat. They don't got,
I remember.
no oil. They don't got no they got no coal can. They don't got no farmland. So, not a help. Why they ain't talking about, we're gonna invade North Korea if they get a nuclear bomb, Joby. They don't give a shit. North Korea don't got shit to make nobody no money. I can't get
So,
rich off North Korea.
so to also understand, if I'm trying to understand this now in general, do you mean Israel, America, they don't care about a country having nuclear weapons? It's all about the. I understand it's everything is about the resources and taking over the land, but you mean they don't care about a
But,
country having
but
nuclear
they don't.
weapons?
No, they got them. Oh, they care. They got them. They want to make sure. And at the end, they want to make sure that you don't get them if they have to. That's a scam. That's just what they tell you. You're supposed to look a little deeper than that, Joey. Why do all white people got nuclear weapons? No one's got. They don't want you to have them because they don't want you. They want you not to be able to defend yourself, of course. But Iran's also showing that they can defend themselves without the nuclear bomb. And like most analysts said, Iran probably already got the nuclear bomb. They just ain't told nobody yet. They just kept it secret. They just ain't told you yet. They already got the damn. Because remember, Israel, the CIA, and Mossad kept killing the Iranian nuclear scientists. I don't know how many they killed over the last 25 years, about 100 of them. Every other year they kill a bunch of scientists. You think they don't know how to build that shit? So, like I said, you can't stop Iran from building a nuclear weapon, Joe. You can talk all that. They know they can't stop Iran. How do you stop them? They got the technology. They know how to do it. They don't care how many scientists you kill. They didn't told the other scientists and the other kids. You think the kids know how to make that shit? So, no, they can't stop Iran. They already got the technology. Okay, name another country that got one. Why they stop Pakistan from getting the nuclear bomb? Pakistan got one. They knew. Remember, CIA's got, and one of the biggest CIA bases is in Pakistan. Why they ain't go bomb Pakistan? Pakistan don't got no resource. Don't give a fuck about no Pakistan getting the bomb. And who gave Pakistan the bomb? North Korea gave him the bomb. CIA knew that. Why didn't the CIA say, oh, we can? Why didn't the Americans say, oh, we can't have Pakistan, Joey, having a nuclear bomb? We can't have it. They're Islamic and they're crazy. Because Pakistan, wait, Joe, let me say something. Pakistan has always been more unstable than fucking Iran. Always. If anybody you don't want to have a nuclear bomb, that's Pakistan. Iran was always stable. So why they ever go to Pakistan to make a nuclear bomb? Because Pakistan ain't got no goddamn resources. That's why. Ain't no oil, ain't no gold, ain't no coltan, ain't no. And so Pakistan, what? They're one of the best militaries in the world, but they're poor. They don't got no resources. I ain't making no time to go fight you to get what? If I'm fighting to die to not stop you from getting a nuclear bomb. What am I getting? What am I getting in return, Joey, to pay for this war? What am I getting for all my people dying?
Yeah, that makes sense. But I think most of us, including myself, I might also have got it misunderstood then from what you're explaining. I thought also, apart from the resources, is it all about also the nuclear weapon? Because I'm trying to look at South Africa as an example where we know Israel took away the nuclear.
Israel didn't take it away. The white world, when they sent it to Israel. They gave it to Israel because the Jews controlled South Africa. So they shipped it up and gave it. They didn't have to do. Wasn't nobody threatening the Africans. Africans gave it away with their stupid asses. The dumbass goopy Nelson Mandela's a puppet. Nobody threatened the South Africa, the blacks giving it up. They said, well, you might want to think about giving it up since you're about peace and love. And Africans, yeah, we're about peace and love. And all that goofy shit.
Okay, makes sense. I want the power. I want to have the nuclear weapons. I want to destroy if someone messes up with my country.
Exactly. You want to have power. Africans don't understand power, Joe. That's been the problem.
Because if this is all about resources, then I have to have the nuclear weapon.
You gotta be able to defend yourself.
Yeah. Because I'm going back to now the history, trying to explain about Japan and now them getting the World War II, literally, which was about the Japan and all that. I'm like, this was all about the resources. They tried to invade you.
Japan invaded everybody. Okay, Joe. Okay, hold on, Joe. Let's figure this out. So Japan becomes a military power, Joe. But
Yes.
Japan doesn't have what, Jovi? Resources. Yeah, so Japan did what? Japan started invading everybody for its what? Resources. That was the reason for World War II, Jovi. Germany and Japan started invading other countries that's what war's about. I'm not invading you for nothing. I'm invading because you got shit I want, Jovi. I need. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
So Japan don't have any resources. That's why Japan what? It's almost fucked up because of the oil embargo over there in the Middle East. That's why Japan has got like some kind of gas holiday that they run out of gas. Everything's fucked up. So going before World War II started, the reason why World War II happened, Japan was kicking out the white people who had colonies in Asia, Joe. China, all these countries were colonized. China, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan. So you had the French and the same way you did in Africa. You had the French, the British, the Dutch, all around fucking Indonesia, all around goddamn Malaysia, in what they call Indochina, Vietnam, Laos. And so the Japanese said, fuck that. Now we got a military because they built it. Now we need resources. And the white man's going to have to give them up because Japan said this part of the world belongs to us, not you. So that's why Japan said, Japan said, yeah, we didn't get conquered. That's right. So now we're about to go knock you in your motherfucking mouth. So Japan started invading other countries, kicking out. Why all these white people invade all these countries? Invade Africa. Because get out the Bible. You ain't know about the Bible. Talk about no civilization shit. It's about you got money, you got resources.
Yeah.
The only one they still got complete hold of is Africa still. So Japan is saying, damn, we're becoming a power. So we're not a back. Remember at that time, Japan was somewhat a poor backwater country. When it started building a military and industrial base, it needed resources, Joe. Well, who controlled those resources in Asia? White people. The British, the French, same way they do in Africa, right? So Japanese trying to get deals, for white people is always about white supremacy. Japan was making itself a power. White people still didn't respect them. Like, shut up, you dumbass Japan. You'll do what you're told to do. And so Japan said, what? I said, fuck that. And so Japan started invading all of European colonies in Asia and kicking the white man out. Said Asia's gonna be for the Asian. The white man's gotta go. So you see that Japan was brutal with white people. They were brutal with that ass. They was killing them, torturing them, chopping off heads.
Sorry to interrupt, but if anyone has a clear documentary of Japan, I'd love to watch that.
Type this job in TikTok. Type this in TikTok real quick. Say Japanese brutal atrocities in World War II. It's TikTok, so I gotta be specific. Say Japanese atrocities while conquering other countries in the Pacific. Say Japanese atrocities while conquering other countries in the Pacific. Hell, just go on Amazon. I'm sure you find a bunch of those videos, Joe, if you look for them documentaries. Say Japanese atrocities. No. I just say Japanese brutality as they took over the Pacific. Chinese will tell you still right now. Chinese supposed to be a stronger country. That's why you got that Chinese professor. He said, you can't keep the Japanese down, even though I think Japan is going to come back and take over all of Asia. He said, yeah, they lost World War II. You can't keep the Japanese down. That's that Chinese guy. So you can't keep the Japanese down. They're going to come back and take over again. Then you goddamn right.
Hiroshima videos, a lot of debate. I think it's only fair that we take a look at some of the most horrific things Japan did during World War II, each one darker than the last. Before the atomic bomb, Japan had planned for a horrific biological attack on California. Submarines would launch planes to drop fleas infected with bubonic plague over San Diego, hoping to trigger mass death and chaos across the U.S.
Remember,
Scheduled for September 1945,
Japan was
it was
the
only
only
halted
one.
when Japan surrendered weeks earlier, narrowly preventing one of history's deadliest biological attacks. During the war, Japan's military forced tens of thousands of women, many as young as
Sorry, was in the wash.
That's okay. That's okay. I said, you guys remember, Japan was the only country in history to ever attack America on its soil. Only country to attack us on the soil. Good, Joe, be good.
into sexual slavery. Known as comfort women, they were trapped in military brothels, raped by dozens of soldiers each day, and often left broken by disease, pregnancy, or suicide. Survivors who later spoke out described it as a daily death they were forced to endure for years. When Japanese troops invaded Nanjing in 1937, the city descended into 6 weeks of unrestrained horror. Hundreds of thousands of civilians and prisoners of war were executed, often by machine guns, bayonets, or mass burnings. Up to 80,000 women were systematically raped, sometimes murdered immediately after, and sometimes mutilated as a warning to others. Eyewitnesses described rivers flooded with corpses and roads so littered with bodies that walking became impossible without stepping on the dead. And perhaps the most horrific of all, Japan's secret Unit 731 in Manchuria carried out some of the most sadistic experiments in history, using men, women, and even children as disposable test subjects. Some prisoners were deliberately infected with painfully deadly viruses, then dissected alive without anesthesia so doctors could study how the diseases destroyed living organs in real time. Others were tied to stakes while grenades or flamethrowers were tested on them, or left outside in sub-zero cold until their flesh blackened with frostbite, before doctors hacked off limbs one by one to see how long they could survive. Some had their arms amputated and reattached to the other side of their body, while others had their entire skin slowly peeled off to see how long it would take them to die. In all, tens of thousands of people were killed through torture disguised as science. Not a single test subject ever made it out alive. Perhaps most shocking of all, many of the doctors who oversaw these experiments walked free after the war, trading their horrific research to America in exchange for immunity.
What?
CIA, pause it. All that's exactly. They were prosecuted because all that shit went to the CIA. CIA uses it around the world, especially in Africa. All that wicked ass science the Japanese were doing, CIA used that shit in Africa for the niggas.
5 things you didn't know about Japan's brutal invasion of Korea from 1592 to 1598. First, Japanese soldiers cut off Korean noses and ears as proof of their kills. They created massive burial mounds filled with thousands of body parts, like grotesque trophies of war. Second, they built the Mimasuka Monument in Kyoto, containing 38,000 Korean noses preserved in salt. This horrifying shrine still stands today, a testament to the invasion's brutality. Third, Admiral Yi Sun-sin's turtle ships devastated the Japanese Navy, despite being heavily outnumbered. These iron-spiked warships with hidden cannons turned sea battles into floating nightmares for Japanese forces. Fourth, Korean guerrilla fighters and Chinese reinforcements completely turned the tide after Japan's initial victories. What seemed like certain conquest became a desperate fight for survival. Fifth, this failed invasion weakened Japan so severely that it led to 250.
Yeah, that's 500 years ago. Yeah, but say I don't know nothing about that war. That's 500 years ago. I'm talking about World War II, Joe. That's a war they fought against the Koreans and the Japanese. That's 500 years ago. Shit.
Japanese do not talk about Nanking. Peace before the storm. Nanking.
I keep talking about China. They just didn't go. They keep talking about China. They just didn't invade China. They invaded all of Asia. They keep going to Nanking. Say the Pacific Islands. Say Japan's brutal invasion of the Pacific Islands. Not just China. They just didn't invade China. They invaded all of Asia. Kick the white man out and say, get this white man ass out of here. We're gonna rule Asia. Here we go.
China suffered 3.
They keep giving us the name. They keep giving us what they did to China. We know they fucked China up. Damn, I'm telling what they did to everybody else too. Yes, they fucked China up. We know it.
The darkest chapters in history that often gets overshadowed. In 1937, as Japan invaded China, the city of Nanjing became the epicenter of unimaginable atrocities. Over 6 weeks, hundreds of thousands of Chinese civilians faced brutal violence, including mass executions, sexual assault, and widespread destruction. This wasn't just a battle. It was a systematic attempt to erase a culture. The horrors began with the Japanese army's advance, fueled by a belief in superiority and a desire for control. What followed was chaos, looting, arson, and a complete disregard for human life. The aftermath.
Pause it. The Japanese said the other Asians were weak because they let the white man colonize them, and they said this is a disrespect to Asians. You let these savages conquer you. We're gonna conquer you and show you brutality. You don't ever let no white people ever conquer you again. So we're gonna conquer your ass. So that was also the thing with the Japanese felt, that the white man had conquered the Asian, and these other goofy Asians had made all Asians look bad. And they were gonna, so it wasn't just what they were doing to the other Asians, the Chinese, the Vietnamese. They were destroying the white people, chopping off their heads. Say, God damn it, you'll get your ass back to Europe, or we'll kill all of you. We're gonna rule these Asians. And so Japan was saying they were bringing back Asian dominance, Asian pride, and they were also upset by all these other goofy Asians got conquered by savages. Because remember, Japan called white people stinking savages. These white people stink. They don't wash their ass, and they're savages. How dare you get conquered by a savage? So you gotta understand the Japanese mindset. So you other Asians have disrespected Asian people. We're gonna teach your ass a lesson. As soon as we get done with these white people, we're gonna fucking put you under the boot too. Well, go ahead, Joby.
Not only on the survivors, but also on the collective memory of nations. It's a painful reminder of the consequences of war and hatred. So, why don't we talk about this more? How can we ensure that these lost Holocausts of Asia are remembered and learned from? Let's dive into this conversation together.
During World War II, Japan wasn't just a nation at war, it was an empire. Yet to get to this point, how did Japan come to rule much of Asia? The road to dominance began in 1937 when Japan invaded China. For years, Japan would fight a colossally brutal war as it tried to extend the empire. In 1941, Japan was well on the move, grabbing large swathes of Southeast Asia that included the French Indochina, Malaysia, Philippines.
So French Indochina, Dutch Indo, all the white people controlled the shit. French Indochina, which is Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia today. Indonesia was Dutch Indonesia, controlled by the Dutch, the same motherfuckers that's in South Africa today. Japan said, you're gonna get your ass out of here. And they got them out and started killing them. So nobody will see a bunch of Dutch people, bunch of white people, and no fucking Indonesia today. Japan said, you're gonna get your fucking ass up out of here. We're gonna rule this shit. Good, Joey.
And the Dutch East Indies.
That's what I told you.
With every one of its victories.
The Dutch East Indies. You don't see a bunch of Dutch motherfuckers in the East Indies no more. Japan got their ass up out. You white people gonna have to go. You Asians, you have disrespected Asian people. Because that's supposed to bring back our pride. That's what Japan said. Good, Joe.
Was establishing puppet governments, commanding resources, and imposing strict military rule on its newfound empire.
That's right.
The Japanese rule was brutal. It was said that thousands of civilians and prisoners of war were killed in what was called the Nanjing Massacre.
They were massacring white people. Because of course white people don't want to go. White people don't want to leave. Oh, you're Asian. We're supposed to rule you. They say you ain't ruling nobody here. Now you need to go. White people always forget that Japan told white people, pack your shit up and leave. Of course they're not, because the white people they're making money and resources. They told the French, get your fuck ass out of here. They told the British, get your punk ass out of here. They told the Dutch, get your punk ass out of here. Of course, them being white people, they laugh. You're stupid Japanese. We're white. They run shit. So Japan's okay. We're gonna show you run shit. We'll show you. And so remember, Japan beat every white nation, all of them. It wasn't until they united with America that they finally could beat Japan. Japan beat all of them. Crushed the British, crushed the French, crushed the fuck out the French. Just wiped them out. Almost wiped out the whole French army. Wiped their ass out. The Dutch wiped them out. Go to Indonesia now, Tim, if you see a bunch of white people in Indonesia. Not. The Japanese wiped their ass out. Go ahead, Joby.
1941 was Japan's boldest move, which brought the
would've-
U.S. into the war
they
and
attacked
secured its
America.
dominance over the Pacific. But this aggressive expansion would eventually fall, for the tide would turn against the empire at Midway and Guadalcanal.
Yeah, everybody's
The Japanese
fighting.
empire finally collapsed in 1945 after
Dropped the
taking
bomb.
devastating losses,
2 bombs.
thereby bringing its rule over Asia to an end.
Oh,
Within a
Asia's
few
right.
years, Japan formed and then lost an empire, shaping the course of Asian history forever.
I think first, a lot of foreigners don't realize exactly what Japan did to China and the rest of Asia during World War II.
Well,
They
that's
enslaved
amazing.
hundreds of thousands of Chinese and
Yeah.
South Korean
And
women.
pause it,
and
and
from
pause
other
it for a second. And pause it for a second. And Japan, China saying this. China said, "You think Japan is nice because it's being quiet right now?" He said, "Nah." China said, "No, they're not. These motherfuckers are still brutal. They're just waiting again for them to rise." And this is China saying it. China said, "Nah. Japanese pretend like they still nice and kind and not. They don't got the same brutal nature." And the Chinese said, "These motherfuckers are still brutal. And they're going to try to come back and rule the world again." And that's what that other Chinese guy said. And I've seen it with my own motherfucking eyes. Japan is pretending to be kind and subservient to white people. They can't stand these white people. It's biding their time. Japan's going to be, and I agree with that Chinese professor, Japan's going to be a world power again. Again. Go ahead, Joby.
Nationalities, they killed tens of millions of Chinese
Sure
in
did.
their invasion. And they also, in Unit 731, launched a lot of biological human test experiments. But here's the thing. Japan itself has not really acknowledged what happened during World War II. When
No,
I
we hid it from
interviewed old people in their 80s, they all said surprisingly similar stories
We
about
didn't
the
know.
atrocities committed by the Japanese Imperial Army. They talked about murders, they talked about rapes, they talked about torture and mutilation. And this is something that people in their 80s all said the same thing about Japan. And it's important, I think, that America, that the world recognizes
America, the CIA
remember
covered it up.
exactly what Japan did during World War II, because there's a reason why Japan was not allowed to have its own military and was only allowed to have self-defense forces.
Yeah, they were
We all know
scared.
about the atrocity that Japan inflicted on all of Asia. What most people don't know is that Thailand.
On September 18th, 1931.
But for me, I'll still stand with the mentality I think I have, understanding all these historical wars. Still, the fact that we know Israel, and that's just a fact, right? I'm going to share this video to just make it sure that it's a fact of what I'm saying. We have Israel confirming over and over again, them controlling banks, them controlling people.
Oh, they control finance, yeah. They still control. Yeah, but see, at that time, Israel didn't exist yet. There was no Israel back in the 40s. Israel's a new country that the Rothschilds created. So that's just saying that's just the outpost for the cats with the hats. That is where the Rothschild family went to put down shop. And so them being those people, they run the world. Yeah, go ahead. That's true.
Yeah, personally, I still believe with Israel, without Israel, with the fight of resources, because the invasion of the countries that we've seen so far happening in every level, it's all about resources. So I still believe
It's about resources.
yeah, they still ensure I'm still gonna be stuck with the mentality, and shout out to Ibrahim Traore and the video sharing earlier today, and he's been saying that Africa, we cannot win when we're still being taught how to militarily defend ourselves by other
Exactly.
people.
By your enemy.
Yeah. So when it comes to when I'm speaking about the nuclear weapons, personally, I feel like looking at South Africa, as much as they did it willingly, looking at Iran and many countries that have been fought in the name of you need to give up your nuclear weapons, because that's what Trump has been pushing. Literally, people think this is about the nuclear weapon, but at the end of the day, it's about resources. But also looking at it is whereby America working with Israel, they still want to ensure you have no defense mechanism to protect yourself.
Exactly. Because they didn't say the nuclear weapons, though. But now they didn't know Iran could protect themselves with their own. Everybody is surprised. Now they told you what? What did they tell you last week during the ceasefire? They said we want Iran to give up all their missiles. They say nuclear weapons. They all their missiles. I said you out the fucking mind. They want you not. They want you. They want your asshole to be completely open to them. You blow your shit up. You don't. You give resources. I said we're not giving nothing about missiles up. Because they didn't know they could protect them. So see, they didn't know Iran had spent 30 years building a missile system that was that good.
Exactly. So
those weren't nuclear weapons.
Yeah, whether the missiles, whether the nuclear, my belief is America, Israel, or the countries raising wars on other countries because of resources is because also comes with you have to be ready prepared, like Iran has been prepared for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
You have to be militarily prepared in every angle, because I think at this point people should have the tactics of America, or the tactics of America and Israel at the same time, how they work together. The good example that I think I've picked up in so many videos I've been bumping into is you see it's called the shock and awe, right? Is it the shock and awe? It's shock and awe. Yeah, I've been picking that. Yeah, I've been picking that on so many videos of how they've been blowing up so many regions, so many schools, universities. I'm like, wow, that's actually the shock and awe. Like you don't have time to react on this. Like it got you, you're done. There's no defending or
it's shocking awe. Exactly.
So, let me share this.
So if you already know, if you understand shock and awe doctrine, you prepare for it.
Exactly.
Your actions will not disappear into the darkness. We will shine a light on you that, thanks to Google and SEO, will follow you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, when you look for a spouse, when you look for a nanny, when you look for anything, all will always be documented. Again, thanks to Google and SEO. In corporations where DEI leaders smeared Israel, excused Hamas, we pressured CEOs. Some resigned, many were terminated, but policies were changed, thankfully, from governmental to our institutions.
Pause it. And finally, like I told you, all these governments are now saying that Samsung finally did it. How do you got spyware? If you got an Apple phone, your ass is stupid. All Apple phones have Israeli spyware on them. How is that possible? How's a company? Because they own all these companies. And so Samsung had it too. Samsung had to go back and take it off because everybody rushing up and said, "Nah, you get these phones out of our country. We won't be selling you goddamn phones with this Israeli spyware on them." All Apple phones from the beginning has Israeli spyware on them. All of them. So you goofy Africans with your Apple phones, you've been spied on since the beginning, 24/7. There's been 2 other Samsung phones. They said, okay, we'll take and get them off. Whatever. All you motherfuckers with that Apple shit. Now it's bad enough you're getting spied on, but you got that Apple phone, all your shit. All your information, all your bank, all your M-Pesa, they got all that shit, all of it. Go ahead, Joby. We're gonna pull it out. I let you. Yeah, the more you guys love that Apple shit.
Oh, we do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna throw Demore under the bus. I love me.
The more he loves it. I told his goofy ass. He said, "What?" I know you don't got it. I know. I had to force you not to get it. I said, "Hey, stop getting in love with that brand. You know too much. Better know what the hell's going on."
Online, where anonymous accounts spread violent threats, we traced patterns, elevated evidence, and worked with authorities, leading to arrests from Florida, South Carolina, New York, California, and Texas. And we're not slowing down, sadly. Today, Stop Anti-Semitism, I'm proud to say, runs one of the most robust anti-Semitic enforcement operations in the
That's
United
all a lie.
States.
They're not even Semitic.
Campuses, digital networks, activist groups, and public officials, documenting incidents in real time and mobilizing millions of people, of allies that are quietly by our side. But the fight is bigger than the exposure, and it's about securing a future where Jewish students can walk across the quad without being screamed at, a future where employers understand that anti-Semitism is not activism. It's bigotry, and it will cause you to lose your job.
Literally. So they're saying
Put us up, Joey. Of course, because they control everything. Of course, that lets you know you can under complete control. Type this up in TikTok. Say Apple products. Just say Apple phones have now been proven to carry Israeli spyware. From the beginning, because you know who only started? The cats with the hats. Spyware on your shit. Ooh, Apple's a great brand. Yeah, great brand looking at your butthole.
Spyware, right?
Spyware. 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 That means your phone is spying. Yeah, spyware. It means your phone is spying on you, Joe. Phone is listening to you. Phone is looking at you. Your phone is collecting all your data, all your passwords. They know all your passwords. Any password you got on your phone now, they know all of it.
So we have a global smartphone problem.
Yep.
Samsung had to remove Israeli spyware off of 2 of their models because they were spying on people.
I got the old Samsung. I ain't got spyware on mine, but all Apple products from the beginning got spyware, Israeli spyware. I said, oh, so be like, Keith, they got the old phone. Ain't got nobody looking at my butthole.
And now Apple has been banned in China and Russia for having irremovable Israeli spyware. On
you can't even take it off. Exactly. On the beginning. You can't even take this spyware off of it. You gotta get rid of the phone. You can't even remove it. On Apple, because since the beginning of Apple, it's had Israeli spyware on it since the beginning. So you know who runs. Why would out of any other place on the planet has Israeli spyware on it? I don't have Kenyan spyware, Czechoslovakian spyware, French spyware, but it has Israel. You don't know who runs the world? You don't know? You don't know yet? Why does a global company have fucking Israeli spyware on it? Out of any other country. Imagine that shit. And in the beginning, since Apple's always had it, and you can't take it off. So, okay, been sleeping with your bed, butt naked, looking at your penis, your ball sack, and all kind of crazy. Listen to you. Got your phone in the room, you think it's off. You're making love to your partner. Them perverts. Remember, who's in charge of the goddamn porn industry? The Israelis. Who's in charge of sex trafficking? The Israelis. Who's in charge of organ harvesting? The Israelis. So you think they're looking at you, oh, okay, they got good, you on your phone, oh, yeah, they got good organs. We'll make sure something happens to their ass. It's some wicked shit. Yep, but you got your Apple phone. Look at me, I'm flexing on you, nigga. Got my Apple phone, got the Apple mono, the Apple brand on it. I'm somebody. Yeah, in somebody's closet with your organs taken out.
I feel like that's your problem, you as a pervert. When I'm making love with my partner, for you to be listening to me, that's
they're perfect. Yeah, they're perfect.
problem. You're a pervert. That's you as a pervert. Literally, you're a pervert. The fact that you have to tap to people's phone to listen to them when they're sleeping, when they're.
But what do you think the Epstein files are about? You call us a pervert, don't change shit. Yeah. You think we care? And been fucking babies and eating them? You call us a pervert?
Oh,
we know that.
I'm gonna set that video. It's crazy. I have that video of this guy caught on a video today was saying, "What's wrong with eating babies? What's wrong with eating babies? We should be eating babies." Imagine. He's like, "What's wrong with eating babies? Are we not eating babies?"
This I'm gonna send you. I want you there. I'm gonna send you another one. Type this in, Joe. We say, and this I meant to send this one to you last week. It just happened. Meant to say maid come screaming out of the say maid come screaming out of the room. Maid come screaming out of the room. They're eating babies. They can't find her. She disappeared. This just happened. Like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, say maid come screaming out of the room saying they're eating babies. You should have kept your mouth shut and just ran away.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Turkey have also done this. So I don't know what brand of phone you have. I don't have either of those brands.
I got Samsung, but I know mine ain't got mine ain't got my butthole open.
Some places.
Who films themselves and their butt open? I don't know. I can't put a camera.
I don't know what freaks are doing. What the hell? I don't know what they're doing. You got people on Facebook. You talking about people taking people that send you pictures of their dick, Joby. How the hell know what they doing? So I know they pictures of their penis, their ball sack, their butthole. I don't know what you're doing with that shit.
Those are not Africans. Personally,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people do it.
Because we also have Africans who are really perverts. But I can put a phone personally in front of my screen, just recording a video that's going to sit comfortably on my phone, naked. What the hell is wrong with me? Like, what the?
I don't know. Hey, your phone might just be out with your phone just sitting up by the TV, and you take a shower and you walk by naked. Somebody looking at you.
No, if I walk naked in my room, I'll always have a panty on or something. I'm not gonna be literally. I'm gonna underwear on. I'm not just gonna be doing that just because I know the TV.
Yeah. When you got the Apple phone, you got your the Israeli perverts looking at you. Yeah.
These people are crazy.
Globally, are going to ban the iPhone.
Ban it globally.
Passing by the TV. This is crazy.
2 models of the Samsung, and Samsung was forced to take the software off of those.
Like, this is crazy. Why people need to disappear out of this planet? This is how did you just get turned off by seeing someone passing by the TV? And
I don't know, but they do. You go ask them, Joby.
To be turned on, these people have the most pervert movies nowadays. Everything is gay about them.
That's right.
So we don't get turned on by seeing sexual stuff. We just know these are bad shit.
Didn't know that was coming. But yeah. Check in the news to find out if your phone's been affected.
Where?
So we have it.
Which news? You expect me to believe the news? You crazy?
It ain't in the news. You're not gonna find it in the news at all. But go ahead and see. They show the lady come out and think, they're eating babies. You talking about being a pervert? These motherfuckers are eating babies and fucking them.
So this is the guy. It says Artemis 2 is a crewed NASA mission that will send 4 astronauts beyond low Earth orbit. I don't know what. I don't know what this is talking about. But this is the video I caught on that particular article. He's saying, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we have extra babies around, nobody wants them. Why why can't we eat babies? Are you kidding me?
That's being don't be so shocked that white people being honest with our ass now.
We've got extra babies around.
What? These are your siblings. They been eating babies.
I'm shocked. I'm not. It sounds crazy, but I'm not shocked. But I'm shocked.
I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm not shocked, but I'm shocked because this is not a norm. You say babies. What they? If
not a norm for you.
If you approached me as a baby when I was living in the village, when I believed actually looking at the sun as time, because I knew how to look at the sun as time. I could tell time by the sun. Like when you could approach me, but you know that people with babies, huh? You is a witch. You is a witch for real. You is the real witch. You eating babies. You is a witch. You the real witch.
Around that nobody wants. Why can't we eat them? Right?
You know, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them? Right?
You know, why can't we eat babies? What's wrong with eating babies?
I told you they've always eaten babies. I told you about the crusade when they were supposed to go down there and fight for Jesus. Those white kids who were supposed to walk from England and France down to the Middle East, and they stopped somewhere and the people ate them. They took them put them in a pot, ate all them kids, ate them motherfuckers. The first Google told you lied, then you found it somewhere else, and it's still on Google, but further down, because they try to lie. That's a historical fact. They ate all those kids. It was called I forget what you call it, the Crusader kids, the Crusade of kids. All them motherfuckers got ate. White people ate them all, ate those kids, put them in a pot, put some potatoes up in there, and ate their ass.
The maid that came out of the luxury hotel.
Yeah, there you go.
They ate the baby. The maid that came out of the luxury hotel screaming. This was a few days ago.
She said no, she's on camera. They got her ass.
Saying she saw that they ate the baby. Who? Some very powerful family members of actors in the hotel had a ritual. Was all caught by the maid. She's gone missing. She never misses work. She's always on time. If something's happening, she lets people know that she's not going to be there. She's nowhere to be found. Her family is looking for her.
Man,
I ain't gonna find her.
This is how sometimes you gotta stay stupid. Let me tell you, if something movies have taught me is sometimes when you see some shit that is not normal.
Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut.
That's right.
I don't get tired of looking for you. There's always just something that picks you up, either the shoe, either the jacket, or just something. These people are so intelligent, they can just know who the F you are, you know? So just shut the F up and move on with life. It's hard. It's really hard because this is so traumatizing that you've watched something.
That's exactly. That's why she's all traumatized. Run out there screaming, hollering. They eat the baby. They eat the baby. And they knocked their ass in the head, drug her, killed her, threw her in a ditch. You can't find her.
People sit down and fathom this. Personally, I remember there's something that my grandma told me when I was a teenager. She was trying to destroy my relationship with my mom, and man, it destroyed my mind. And then man, these people are just trying to make me hate my mom. You know, these people are just trying to. They really tried to make me really hate her, like for real. And at some point, I was with my mom. That's something I've never said. Yeah, I was distant with my mom, or trying to be distant with her because I was looking at her in a different way. But I'm like, I don't know why you made the decision you made. I'm not gonna judge you, but at the same time, that's kind of fucked up. But I'm like, that's not really fucked up. I don't know why you did what you did. And
I'm not gonna judge you, but I'm gonna judge you. You get your ass out of here, Joe.
You know, when you know something that you're not supposed to be knowing, and it disturbs your mind. Let me just say that, for you to settle with it, you're like, damn, am I supposed to be acting normal? Am I supposed to be acting? That's this lady literally, because that's where I was in that point of life.
Her employer is looking for her. This is the second time I've seen where somebody sees something and it comes out.
It's the second time screaming. Exactly. I'm about to say it's the second time we know somebody came screaming out and talking about they eating the babies, and both of them got knocked in the head and taken away somewhere. Yeah, exactly right. That's the second time we know of that somebody said they're eating the babies and came screaming, hollering, because like Joby said, they couldn't fathom, their mind was disturbed. Ah! You imagine you come in, somebody eating a baby like this, and oh my God, what's wrong with eating babies? What? That's why the Japanese call these people savages.
Nowhere to be found. But she states
You're not
she saw
gonna,
what she
you're
saw.
not, you're not gonna find it. You know she telling the truth, but she came out screaming and hollering. Anybody gonna come out screaming and hollering all crazy like that lady was, making up shit? You know what she saw, and that's why she's disappeared. That's why nobody can find her. If it wasn't real, you know where she's at. She could give an interview. They'd have knocked her ass in the head and thrown her in a ditch, chopped her body up.
The controversy in Mexico is getting explosive when it comes to the rituals and what's happening to the little ones, as a lot of people are getting put on blast. They ate the maid that came out of the luxury hotel. They ate the baby.
You know that's another one.
They ate the baby. The maid that came out of the luxury hotel.
You know they eat babies. And yeah, so this is super crazy, man. This is crazy.
And Joe about why they want to look at me naked on my phone? These people eat babies, Joby. Get your ass out of here.
Keep off white people. Please educate your generation good enough to keep off. If any of my siblings is gonna be messing with white people, like that's over for me and you. I'm gonna be Keith, like literally, not even like chatting. This is over me and you. Don't think about contacting me, because one thing I love about me being a big sister is I've been able to tell my siblings, and especially my brother.
What to do?
Yeah, he's the closest one to me. I always tell him the truth and the facts that I've understood and learned, especially right now. I'm like, yo, do you believe in Christianity? How does Christianity help you? Can you learn this and this and this? And shout out to my brother, actually, he did his own research and he knows things by himself. I don't need to tell him about Christianity a lot anymore. He knows so much about himself and about religion and how also politics plays politics on the mind games. But when it comes to someone like my sister and the rest, trust me, shit. You try go mess your own way up. That's we're done. I'm not trying to reconcile that relationship. Also with my brother, you try mess up with the white lady, that's done. We're done. Like shit. Done. So many young, pretty ladies, African women. You can.
All right. That's right.
Why would you choose
and exactly. And if you found, and shout out to they found out about that guy. Did you know that guy had an insurance policy on that girl he killed over in Tanzania, over in Zanzibar? That white man had it, huh?
They always do have insurance policy.
I know, but exactly. You wouldn't even married to this man yet. He had a $1 million+ insurance policy, life insurance policy on your ass. So there you go. That's weird. You ain't married to. How's this man able to get over $1 million life insurance policy on you? Huh? In case of your death, right? He gets paid. They found out, she's got 2 strangle marks on her neck. So yeah, ain't nobody hang themselves. Getting deep.
Well, let me go to the comments and then we get into the conversation. The Pretendians we talk about, because I believe that's also the related conversation. That lady's conversation should be related to what we're talking about today. Pretendians. You want not to be so black, so bad. That's how I'm picking.
You want to be black? Yeah, you say you're pretending. But there's your FBA. I'm trying to figure out the FBA movement, because some said they were Indians, some said they're not, some said they're Hebrew Negroites, some say they're Moors. Which one are you? It's like a whole bunch of, you're FBA, but you're FBA Moor, you're FBA Hebrew Negroite, you're an Indian. Jesus Christ.
crazy. But Jiba Jaba, nice to see you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying your black day, your black job day off. Let me say that literally. You
Oh,
saying today?
shout out to Jibba Jabba getting the day off.
Yep,
It's
and
like,
the pink looks good on me. Thank you, man. You've always said the yellow looks good on me, so I bet pink looks good on me too. Yeah, that's hot.
let's be, Joby don't think nothing looks bad on her any damn way. So that's
Ever. Look back, can you see me? Offline, I'm looking. You think I look bad?
yeah.
Despite your comment, trust me, I look good. I don't care.
If that guy comes in today, I'm gonna call his boss, tell his ass to get back to work. Cause I know he's not on a he's on a black job with a white boss. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Calling up to the show on your lunch break? Nigga, you better get back to work. How you doing?
Juba says, who is supplying fuel to those? Let me read that again. Who is supplying fuel to those stalled tankers in the Gulf? Iran. They are making out of. I mean, thousands of dollars. That's what you're saying. I think it should be Iran. And also saying the nuclear talk is a recruitment tactic to get the types that will fight for America and the Chuck Norris Rambo mindset. Okay. And I think we should also talk about that because I've seen that they're recruiting 18 to 25. I saw that last week or during the weekend somewhere. I'm going to check that out before we get to wind up. The age gap they're recruiting and the type they're recruiting currently. John Mosquito Karibu and also see Jibajaba says, Battlefield is a good World War II documentary series. They have episodes on Japan brutality. Battlefield. Let me know if I can find that on Amazon or Netflix. If Amazon, let me know. Because sometimes Amazon does not allow me to watch some things for free here. Keith has to pay for them, or I have to ask him if I can pay for them on my end just to use the platform because we use Keith's platform. But I also see Keith Jabba Jabba says Japan in the Philippines, World War II. Joby is your FBA friend in the chat. I don't know. I hope that's why Keith is all prepared for this show tonight. Literally, he's all prepared because he hopes the FBA friend comes back. And Jiba says check out the Helen Thomas interview on "Is a Control Over USA." She was senior reporter on the White House press pool and was banned after those comments. And I also see Demore loves his Apple. It does. I'm not gonna lie. Demore loves his phone. I'm not gonna lie. Apple users are like support pillar in the middle of the grocery aisle. See me? You're gonna be talking your shit, but I also still love me some iPhone. I don't know. Keith is not here, so I'm not gonna say that, but he's listening. But I do love me some iPhone too, and I'm not gonna lie. iPhone is part of my collection phones I wanna have. I'm not gonna cap, but majorly for the camera. It's not even about the brand for me. It's the camera. As much as the iPhone camera comes from Samsung, it's just something. I know it's about the brand, but yeah. And I also see Jabba Jabba says I place iPhone and Tesla in the same toilet. John Mosquito says Jabida, the clue was in the spyware. Thank you, General Mosquito. And John Mosquito says, how can a rabbi own a Pornhub? Africans don't send dick pics. Yep, Indians do that a lot. Joby white men get turned on by feet. Come on. Yay! That's even crazy. There's a time we were talking about that. Was it me and I think Shmani? We're having a convo, I think, on the reaction time or something. I don't remember we were having that conversation, but I think it's just a group circle of my friends, either the Mark and the rest. And they're talking about how white people get turned on even by feet. Ew. How do you get? I don't care. My toes look nice. I like the toes, the shape of my toes. But I still wouldn't find that. Nah, I don't want you being turned on by my feet. Nah. My toes look nice, the shape of the nails. But I still don't want you being turned on by that. And I like me some white toes always, literally. I like white on my toes always. I like looking just clean. My toes looking just clean every single time. But that's crazy. And I see Juba says is the wife if the wife is pregnant, they'll fight the little one for months for mom's milk. And also see John Moscow says I got an Apple phone watch, only thing I like about is the speakers. Yeah, the iPhone speakers they're nice. Personally, the iPhone speakers when listening especially to music, they're nice. The iPhone camera is good, same as the Samsung, but I've never been a Samsung user ever since I started using my smartphones, because I started using literally my first phone was a smartphone, so I've never used like a Samsung. Never been a fan of Samsung. Always been a fan of Nokia. We have Techno. You guys might not know Techno. Techno was my favorite brand, and then we had Infinix. Yeah, and then after Infinix, I fell in love with Oppo. That was my best phone. And then now I'm using another one called Redmi. Redmi is currently one of the best phones we have in Kenya, literally. One of the best camera phones we have in Kenya. We have waterproof. We have the waterproof version. We have the other versions before the waterproof. So the one I'm using actually currently is the one before the waterproof. And it's really, it's good. It has a good camera. Not gonna lie. Good camera. When you remove the cover, it's a decent phone. It really looks good. I love it. Yeah, but I'm gifting myself an iPhone. I don't care. I'm giving myself an iPhone very soon. I don't care. And the prices have gone super down, especially in Africa, because iPhone back then, they were kind of not affordable. But now, they're quite affordable. I can afford an iPhone that I wanted like 2-3 years ago. Because remember, there's an iPhone. I wanted an iPhone 11 in 2023. And I had like, how much saved? I had like over $400 saved, $450 saved, yeah, for an iPhone 11. So when I went to get it, actually the price had gone higher. So my $450 were not enough, and I had to look for like 3,000 Kenyan shillings extra, and I didn't have anyone to give me, and I didn't want to be on debt to get the 3,000 extra. So the same time I was hit with a phone call. My brother is supposed to be going to school. He's not at school and all that. So things happen for a reason. Didn't get the phone for me to start paying school fees. It's crazy, because if I didn't have that money saved up, I would not have been able to start up the school fees for my brother and pay up for everything. So things happen for a reason, literally. So my first iPhone, I believe, is going to be a good one. But we're going to get to the main conversation. But as we wait for Keith, he's talking about the Pretendians. I want him to guide the show because the topic is about the FBA movement. As we wait for him, I think I'm going to share... let me cue... Let me see what I can cue here very quickly. Okay, let me cue this very quickly here as we continue.
March of 2014 that Israel has the largest human skin bank in the world. Where do you think they got all this skin from? They have more human skin than China and India.
How?
They are literally skinning the dead bodies of my brothers and sisters in Palestine.
Me too. Okay, and Sankeman, if I'm to buy an iPhone in Kenya, trust me, I'm buying a refurbished. Oh, John Mosquito, sorry. I saw on Sankeman. If I'm to buy a refurbished phone, that is an iPhone, I'm buying a refurbished one. We call them the XUK, literally. The XUK, because they're actually majority from the UK. The iPhones we buy in Kenya, they're majority actually street stolen. That's the crazy part. The majority of the XUK phones we have in Kenya, they're street stolen. in the UK. So we buy them. They're not that old. They're very new. I don't know how they just like change up the whole system to unlock it, because the Oppo I was using some time back, Oppo is really a good phone. The Oppo I was using was not unlocked. It was locked based on the country it came from, because it was like a ex-UK, a really brand new good phone. It had a really good, amazing camera. Then I did the mistake of giving it to my brother, and my uncle, being a phone seller, literally took that phone and sold it to someone. It was crazy. So I've never recovered that phone back. But ex-UK phones are good. Refurbished phones are not bad. I don't mind.
That's where they are getting the human skin from.
Yep.
And if I call them Nazis, your law is going to punish me.
Israel has been harvesting the body organs of Palestinians all throughout this 2+ years of genocide and crimes against humanity. The first time I heard it was in 2024, when I heard the witness testimony of a British doctor who was a witness, and the witness statements of other doctors and human rights organizations in Gaza who were sounding the alarm of it. When I shared the video of the doctor, the sheer scale of "you're an anti-Semite" that came at me from Zionist Jews, but they did not realize that by the grace of the living God, I'm not the one, the two, or the freaking three. They can't disprove the truth of Israel harvesting body organs, so they try to discredit the person speaking the truth. This frames Israel as an ultimate evil, committing specifically evil crimes. Hey, I'm not framing Israel. I'm categorically calling Israel an evil apartheid state committing war crimes. Like, did I freaking stutter? This is stone cold anti-Semitism. These Zionists are so intellectually dishonest and morally bankrupt that I actually take some joy in breaking it down for them, because, hello, has Israel harvested organs of Palestinians? Yes. Has it ever admitted to it? Yes. Is it anti-Semitic to condemn Israel for it? No. So where's the stone cold anti-Semitism? Listen, let me just explain something to you all. We have to start to address and confront these Zionists with the same energy they bring to us. In fact, double the energy. What Israel is doing to Palestinians is a Zionist Holocaust that is directly comparable to the Nazi Holocaust on Jews. And when they tell you a Jew can't do that, Israel couldn't do that, look at the evidence.
They've seen bodies taken, released, captured, and when they've returned to them, they've had organ harvesting. So they've seen the evidence that happens. Israel itself has said, for example, that they have the largest skin bank throughout the world, and that much of that skin is taken and harvested from the bodies of their prisoners, of their victims.
It's thought that religious charities controlled by prominent rabbis were used to launder cash. The arrests were part of a 10-year operation that uncovered money laundering on an international scale, as well as corruption and the sale of human organs in the US, Switzerland and Israel.
This is so crazy. This is so diabolic. I'm telling you, it gets worse and worse every single day. Every day you wake up, you think you're done with Israel information and the atrocities, the evilness they have committed. It doesn't get any better. It gets super worse. But before we get into the FBA, I'm gonna share the video again for Keith, since he's here. Then we go to the FBA movement and the Pretendians.
Israeli Channel 10 reported in March of 2014 that Israel has the largest human skin bank in the world. Where do you think they got all this skin from? They have more human skin than China and India.
How?
They are literally skinning the dead bodies of my brothers and sisters in Palestine. That's where they are getting the human skin from.
Yep.
And if I call them Nazis, your law is going to punish me.
Israel has been harvesting the body organs of Palestinians all throughout this 2+ years of genocide and crimes against humanity. The first time I heard it was in 2024, when I heard the witness testimony of a British doctor who was a witness, and the witness statements of other doctors and human rights organizations in Gaza who were sounding the alarm of it. When I shared the video of the doctor, the sheer scale of "you're an anti-Semite" that came at me from Zionist Jews, but they did not realize that by the grace of the living God, I'm not the one, the two, or the freaking three. They can't disprove the truth of Israel harvesting body organs, so they try to discredit the person speaking the truth. This frames Israel as an ultimate evil, committing specifically evil crimes. Hey, I'm not framing Israel. I'm categorically calling Israel an evil apartheid state committing war crimes. Like, did I freaking stutter? This is stone cold anti-Semitism. These Zionists are so intellectually dishonest and morally bankrupt that I actually take some joy in breaking it down for them because, hello, has Israel harvested organs of Palestinians? Yes. Has it ever admitted to it? Yes. Is it anti-Semitic to condemn Israel for it? No. So where's the stone cold anti-Semitism? Listen, let me just explain something to you all. We have to start to address and confront this Zionists with the same energy they bring to us. In fact, double the energy. What Israel is doing to Palestinians is a Zionist Holocaust that is directly comparable to the Nazi Holocaust on Jews. And when they tell you a Jew can't do that, Israel couldn't do that, look at the evidence.
They've seen bodies taken, released, captured, and when they've returned to them, they've had organ harvesting. So they've seen the evidence that happens. Israel itself has said, for example, that they have the largest skin bank throughout the world, and that much of that skin is taken and harvested from the bodies of their prisoners, of their victims.
It's thought that religious charities controlled by prominent rabbis were used to launder cash. The arrests were part of a 10-year operation that uncovered money laundering on an international scale, as well as corruption and the sale of human organs in the US, Switzerland and Israel.
I said human organ harvesting.
Very diabolic. This was very, very diabolic. Very diabolic. Very diabolic.
I told you they're the number ones in human trafficking, organ trafficking. I said that. They're the ones that we think who fucking think the organs shit in Africa. Africa too.
Crazy. But we're gonna take it from the main topic as we talk about the FBA and the fake movement they have, then bring Pretendians. So I'm gonna let you take it over from there before I share a couple of videos I have here talking about this same. Maybe I'm gonna
share the videos.
My indigenous Aztec ancestors native to America wore wigs. We all wore wigs. That's a Florida thing. Be quiet. Your ancestors are from Africa, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I'm sorry that the information that you have been given is false.
I'm sorry you're crazy.
Your ancestors wore wigs in the Congo. I know you don't like it. Look, I know. But here's the proof. Y'all have to stop this, man. It's embarrassing. FBA is from Africa. Y'all are indigenous to Africa. Sorry.
You got 4 grandparents. You got 8 great-grandparents. You got 16 great-great. 32 great-great-great. 64 great-great-great-great. If you got 108, 5 or 6 times great-grandparents, and one of them is a Cherokee, one of them is a Choctaw, one of them is a Seminole, one of them is a Chickasaw. How the hell you stop being black?
There are some Negroes out here who want to deny their blackness. Foundation of Black Americans are the ones who popularized putting your blackness first, putting your race first. We the proudest black people on this planet, to be honest. We the reason why other black people on the planet are proud of being black or even calling themselves black. They will be calling themselves by whatever ethnicity they are.
No, that's the black American. Don't try to conflate black Americans to your goofy cult. Don't try to say black Americans or your FBA. We're not. So they see how they try to say everybody who's black American is now an FBA. We're not. Don't no fucking. You guys are a small moronic cult group like that other goofy nigga who called me the other day on the show. Right? You don't speak for black people in America. Yeah, like you do. You don't. And you are embarrassing the rest of us. Because people see on the internet, they think you're the majority. You are a small fringe group of morons. Go ahead, Joby.
Nationality they are. They will be going by that first rather than their race. It doesn't really matter because that's not the general consensus on, like, for most black Americans when we're talking about being Native Americans. Most of us still very much identify as black. Matter of fact, most of the consensus when you talk about
pause it again. Like I want to pause it. Black is not the race, you're African. So Indian is not a race, moron. Right? American Indian is not a race. Right? That's a culture. Like being black is a culture, but that's not the racial group. You say you're not African, but I didn't get a chance to tell them more. What race are you then? See, you motherfuckers are stupid, okay? Because there's no Indian race. We're not talking about the East Indian. I'm talking about American Indian. There's no such thing as American Indian as a race of people, as black people. So what racial group do you goofy pretendians fall under? Because you say you're not African. And we know there's only 3 races: Mongoloid, Caucasoid, Negroid. You say you're not Negroid. What race are you then? See, I told you you're stupid because you ain't understand anthropology. Anthropology tells us the 3 distinctive racial groups that you fall under: Caucasoid, Mongoloid, Negroid. You say you're not Negroid. You say you're an Indian. I'm American. What racial group are you then, stupid? You're too stupid to know racial groups, you morons. You make us all look stupid and fucking foolish like that idiot 2 days ago. Bunch of fucking dumb morons. These are the distinct racial groups on the planet: Mongoloid, Caucasoid, Negroid, Negroid in African. You say you're not African. What group are you? Are you Caucasoid or are you Mongoloid? You say you're not Mongoloid or Caucasoid. Then what race are you, stupid? Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Our native ancestry. They're saying that the original natives were black because black people are the natives of every.
You said you're not African. You say you're not. You say you're not the race. You're a different race. I'm giving you the race, moron. Give me the race. You say you're not Negroid. Africans are Negroid. See, I'll fuck you up when I give you the race. Anthropology. Race. The races on the planet are Negroid, Caucasoid, Mongoloid. Don't look that up. That's it. Dummy. I think I'm not about your ethnic group. What race are you?
Is my internet
ethnic group? Oh. No, I'm going to do some bit of I'm going
Okay. I hear you, Keith. I hear you going out. Okay. I've shared the link to anyone who'd like to join us. Maybe in case you have some points you'd love to put up as well regarding today's conversation. There is the link. Feel free to join us on today's conversation. I think I should be doing this actually more often because shout out to 10 Speed for having the courage on Wednesday and joining us. In case you want to join the conversation, there is the link. Grab it. But I'm going to continue the video.
The Pan-Africanists, it's like you don't agree that Africans didn't travel the world before Europeans did. The Europeans only been on this planet for what, 5,000-6,000 years? A lot of us, when we're talking about that, we're not just talking about one parent, one great-grandparent out of 118 or whatever, however many grandparents he just said. We're not just talking about one. It's usually more than one. It's usually a group. But even if it's just one or two, it's like, especially if that's a grandparent, if that's a direct grandparent, why wouldn't that be acceptable?
It's crazy that you say that because my cousins, they are real quarter Native American. Their grandmother was straight. You feel me? I knew her. Lived right in West Philly, but they never was like, oh, I'm.
What is quarter Native American? Oh, okay.
I'm Native American. I'm Indian. Right. It's like I'm black. You feel me?
Right. That just disproved Umar's point.
How black people sound trying to explain how they're full-blooded Native Americans and not Africans at all.
The dude from the the UFO, right? Because the UFO people landed on Jupiter and they picked up the people from Jupiter from Mars, and then from Mars to the moon, and then the moon back to the Earth. Because I could be a moon person, because we really don't know. Because the planet next to Jupiter, the planet, well, you got people on that planet that not black, but look black, got black features, but not black. Because Mars and Jupiter is twins, and the twins is right next to Saturn, and Saturn is right next to Pluton. You know Pluton? You heard of Pluton before? Yeah, the Pluton. You know where Superman come from? He come from Pluton, right next to Crouton. Because you got a planet named Crouton that's 5 million away from Pluton. And you got Uton. Uton. Don't forget about Uton. You got a planet named Uton that's green, but it's not really green, right? And you got a planet named Bismo Key. It's another planet. Bismo Key is a planet where people look human, but not really human.
A lot of our people believe they African American. A lot of our people believe they black. You don't got black skin, and nobody brought you on nobody's slave ship. So why y'all sitting up here, like I said, the reason why our people in the predicament they're in, you look at these neighborhoods around here, and you see a lot of decay, a lot of abandonment, you see a lot of poverty out here. You know why that is? You know why it is? Because our people have accepted that they're black people. And once you accept that you're a black person, that means you've accepted that you don't exist.
We've reached a concerning point in the Pretendian, ADOS, FBA delineation movements that are occurring in America. There was a Aboriginal, original Black Indian, Black American conference festival that they had recently in Georgia, where they cosplayed Indians wearing costumes that they bought from AliExpress or Temu to say that they were not African and that they were Indians. Now, there's a difference between this.
Living my best life. We ain't going back and forth with you natives. We ain't going back and forth with these natives.
And this. Also a difference between this.
We not black.
We are natives. This not bad. We don't know about the spaceships. We not from Africa. We indigenous.
What? Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? Are you you hearing what I'm hearing? What? I'm gonna start it again.
A lot of our people believe they African American. A lot of our people believe they black. You don't got black skin, and nobody brought you on nobody's slave ship.
What? How do you all react to that? Like how do you all react to that? Because it's given me, well, a lot of you believe you're black, but you're not black. You never came on a slave ship. So it's giving believing Adam and Eve being white, but not trying to ask yourself. That's always been my question for me. Like, where do white people come from? Okay, if Adam and Eve are white, where do black people come from? Just simple as that, and I need an answer from that. Okay, fine. Black people are monkeys. Black people are da 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 da. All right. So, in what? From white people being in the ice, to them turning white, to them being the first people being created, then black people. This story is not adding up. Like, there's so much lies. This is so crazy. But let me go back. Anyway, this is so crazy. I just had to put that face because what the hell? What the?
A lot of our people believe they African American. A lot of our people believe they black. You don't got black skin, and nobody brought you on nobody's slave ship. So why y'all sitting up here, like I said?
I hope Keith is gonna be able to join us before time goes super fast. Super fast.
The reason why our people in the predicament they're in, you look at these neighborhoods around here, and you see a lot of decay, a lot of abandonment, you see a lot of poverty out here. You know why that is? You know why it is? Because our people have accepted that they're black people. And once you
so being poor, so this guy's trying to say black people who are poor, they're poor because they have accepted that they are black. Am I getting that correct? Oh my god. I thought Africa was fucked up, but please miss me the bullshit of telling me that some of the black Americans are not fucked up. Okay, every time you want to mention Africans, let's talk about us generally, because we're all Africans. And this actually is the topic of today, because of the Pretendians. I get it. Slavery happened. you ended up in America. You got a lot of maybe advanced information than Africans, and I'm trying to put it this in a, let it not sound rude but humble, right? You got the most information, you have the most information, you have the fast technology and all that, like, and which is not coming from also a very sweet place. If you also understand my tone of me talking about this, it's not coming from like, oh, you know, you had it all sweet and nah. But this guy is trying to say, oh my God, the black people are in poverty. They're in poverty because they're black. Really, this is not, it's not funny, but
that means you've accepted that you don't exist.
We've reached a concerning point in the Pretendians,
this is crazy. This is so
those FBA delineation movements that are occurring in America. There was a Aboriginal, original Black Indian, Black American conference festival that they had recently in Georgia, where they cosplayed Indians wearing costumes that they bought from AliExpress or Temu to say that they were not African and that they were Indians. Now, there's a difference between this.
Living my best life. We ain't going back and forth with you natives. We ain't going back and forth with these natives.
And this. Also a difference between this.
We not black. We are natives. This a land we don't know about the spaceships. We not from Africa. We indigenous. I need you to listen to.
And this. Definitely a difference between this and this style. The scariest thing is that these people are cosplaying Native Americans who are, one, alive and well, two, have their tribal names, their tribal customs, their languages, their dances, their music, and are still here today. Three, are Black American people dancing to hip hop, Black American music, doing Black American dances, sound like Black Americans, wearing fake headdresses and Native American costumes that they bought online to say that they're not Black African, they are Native. And the worst part is the people who perpetuate this lie and this like ideology usually look the most
African,
West African.
I know, that's the crazy part. You're so African. What are you lying about? You being, oh, you know, you're in poverty because you're claiming to be African. The fuck is that? This is the most stupidest video of a person of caught someone trying to deny themselves or calling other Africans poor because they accepted being Africans. What the what the hell? Keith, be specific when we're talking about Africans being ignorant. There's nothing to do with Africans in the continent. Africans globally are stupid. And I know you've classified that, but mostly I feel like we dwell so much on Africa and the miseducation being given. Hell no. We can see now the miseducation that has been passed globally in the whole African globe community, if it makes sense. I'm going to restart this video. It's talking about the FBA and showing a group or classes of Black Americans and how they...
Let's see it. Let me see if it goes out. I think my internet going to go out again. Go ahead and show it.
Oh, no, I hope it doesn't. Time is going fast and almost closer to winding up. I hope it doesn't do it.
Believe they African American. A lot of our people believe they
you're going now.
Black. You don't got black skin, and nobody brought you on nobody's slave ship. So why y'all sitting up here, like I said, the reason why our people in the predicament they're in, you look at these neighborhoods around here, and you see a lot of abandonment.
This is the educational system. That's it. Most of our people are morons. I chose easy to go look. They went to the slave ship that exists. You can go find those documents very easy. It said start with the Lloyds of London. Those ships were insured. Go ahead, Joe. So those records still exist.
You know why that is? You know why it is? Because our people have accepted that they're black people.
Our people have accepted they're black people, that's why they're poor.
Once you accept that you're a black person, you accept that you don't exist.
We've reached a concerning point.
See, that crazy. That's one of them crazy Moors. That's a crazy Moor shit. I mean, you did. You think, man, Moor means black. You fucking morons. You keep trying to say. And I already proven that years ago. I was arguing with you goofy Moors niggas about 10 years ago when I broke your back. You ain't know what Moor meant. Moor meant Marouche, coming from the Greek term. Go back to etymology, stupids. Moor means black.
Movements that are occurring in America. There was a Aboriginal, original Black Indian, Black American conference festival that they had recently in Georgia, where they cosplayed Indians wearing costumes that they bought from AliExpress.
Wow, let me see this.
To say that they were not African and that they were.
Let me see this crazy shit.
Now, there's a difference between this.
Living my best life. We ain't going back and forth with you natives. We ain't going back and forth with these natives.
And this.
What the hell is that? Exactly. Exactly. What the hell these black people doing? Crazy.
Also a difference between this.
We not black. We are natives. This our land. We don't know about no spaceships. We not from Africa. We indigenous.
From Africa. You see how crazy? Because they're brain dead. You're not crazily stupid. And that's, you Negroes make us look stupid all over the globe. You fucking morons. But that's because the educational system is so bad. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You got no indigenous languages. Nobody laughing. My guy's showing it. That shit looks so crazy. And you a group of retarded Negroes. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy.
You know, we're not from Africa, but we're indigenous. Huh? That's my new Lego video lyrics. We're not from Africa, but we're indigenous. People.
And this.
What the hell are you talking about? But you are so melanin talking about you're not from Africa, but we're indigenous.
Definitely a difference between this and this style.
Wow.
The scariest thing is that these people are cosplaying Native Americans who are, one, alive and well, two, have their tribal names, their tribal customs, their languages, their dances, their music, and are still here today.
Exactly.
Three, are Black American people dancing to hip hop, Black American music, doing Black American dances, sound like Black Americans, wearing fake headdresses and Native American costumes that they bought online to say that they're not Black African, they are Native. And the worst part is the people who perpetuate this lie and this like ideology usually look the most West African. Everybody in this clip talking about they're not African look the most African. Now, Afro-Indigenous people definitely exist. They exist in America, North America, South America, the Caribbean, Central America. They exist. I would never deny that. But those who are descendants of those who may have procreated between Africans and natives, they know what tribe they come from, because all natives have their history, they have their language, they have their tribes, they have maps of what their tribes were.
Exactly.
Not made up tribes, not made up history. It's the revisionist history that these people are perpetuating online is scary. It's scary. I'm starting to believe this is a form of like 100% of to cope with the fact that we are the descendants of formerly enslaved people that come from Africa. I also think that due to the construct of colonialism and oppression and Jim Crow and everything else in this country, and America being at the forefront of the world for the last century, and Black Americans being an oppressed group within that country, I think that the Native Americans that we learned about in history and the Africans that we learned about in history are both conquered people who were savages. who didn't accomplish anything. But we know that not to be true. We know that Native Americans had an advanced civilization and society here. There are drawings of the original Europeans that came here and described how their cities and things were set up. There are several mounds in America that are their pyramids, structured mounds that were a part of cities. The Africans in West Africa were an advanced civilization and society. But because we're not taught about the advancements of West Africans, and because Native Americans are taught as savages, I truly believe that this delineation movement or this craziness is to say, oh, okay, we're not natives because they're not shit, and we're not African because they're not shit. We're from here. We've been here. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And those of you who are saying it with your full chest, like I said, look the most like descendants of West Africans. The most. This extreme minority within the Black American group. They're an extreme minority. And I even only made these videos the last couple of days because I feel like their videos are getting the most views and the most traction online. And I'm like, is this the CIA? Because now everyone in the world is associating all Black Americans with the FBA, the ADOS, and the original Aboriginal.
Yeah, because it's that's the I'd say it's going back to, I'd say maybe putting, okay, let me put it in the simplest words. I'm trying to understand what he's trying to say, right? How we in Africa, we've been viewing Black Americans. Of course, I always say personally with them bling blings, having the guns, just being thuggy and hoodie on the streets. That's what they have showed us about the Black Americans. They're just all about that thug life. So what exactly I feel like he's trying to say with the FBA movement, the way they're trying to be pretendians, how they're being pretendians, is now putting majority of the Black American group in the same class, which will make majority of us, and especially those who do not understand history, think that's majority of you and how you reason. That is exactly what I believe he's trying to say, literally.
Pretendian movement. And that's not the scenario for all of us.
Exactly, because I think that started even with the passport bros. The passport bros, when they came, and not all of them at the same time, starting from the Antonio, the guy, Houston, the guy been sharing his videos and all that. Like there's some bunch of passport bros who came here and they wanted to act like the King Kongs of Africa. I'm sorry, nigga. Shit, I understand we come from the same line of history, but there is a timeline when it comes also to our history, if it makes sense. We have a gap of our history. We're the same people, we have a gap, but we still have a gap of our history. There are people who do not understand your history. There are people who like you don't understand my history. So when we come together and we can't maybe sit down and try to understand each other's history, it's a problem and a benefit to the same people who are trying to divide us to conquer, if it really makes sense. So there's a bunch of passport bros who came and they tried to act like the King Kongs, like the one I shared this video, I think from TikTok, who was like, oh, I came to liberate y'all, I came to save y'all. I'm like, the why? What? Excuse me? Have you seen how you look? You look like a homeless motherfucker in Africa, being specific. I'm sorry. Let not your dollars lie to you. You're not like the rest of Africa. I've lost you, kid. I can't hear you. Let me know if you guys, it's me or it's Keith. But I'm trying to say literally, don't come here trying to act like the King Kong. You're not the King Kong. You're not. You don't own Africa. You are African, but you don't understand Africa the same way probably we don't understand Black Americans. So being respectful to each other, let's if we can't pass information to each other, I'd say actually respectfully, let's keep off each other, because that's what I've understood in most of, because man, too much tea to spill. But I'd say I've seen how people are so disrespectful, thinking they understand Africa or Africans, but they don't. That's the problem. Because you think that, oh, you know, I'm connected to the universe, I'm connected to, you're not connected to shit. You're not connected to me. You're not connected to nothing. And it will end you being fucked up the moment you land here. That you go, oh, you know, understand Africa, been to several, you've not been to Kenya. The fact that you are maybe to South Africa, let that not mistake you that you are in Kenya or Tanzania. You've not been to several African countries for you to understand Africans on different levels or different mindsets. The same way, if I come, let's say today in Texas, if I meet the Texas people, does that mean the Ohio people are all the same? Like the Texas people? Let me just assume that, right? And maybe let's say if I'm in Ohio somewhere, I don't even know where Ohio is. Is Ohio in Texas? I don't know shit. But yeah, if today I'm in Ohio, should I assume the people of Ohio are like this, like the Los Angeles people? No, people carry different personalities. It could be the same culture, but it's how it's approached. It's on a different level. It's the same thing I'd say last year.
So I didn't hear you, but let me say something. Something in defense. Most of the guys that most of the black guys went to Kenya, and they were very respectful. Don't be taking it was two bad apples I know about. One guy was talking crazy. Another guy was talking crazy with the lady inside the bed. But the majority of them were very respectful. Go ahead.
This is from a personal level, because I'm saying I've had people sliding on my DMs and black Americans talking crazy. Oh, you think because you're an African woman, so you should be listening to me. Listen to you? Are you fucked up in there?
Well, there you go. Because they think they don't know how smart you. They think exactly. So they come with that white man entitlement, and they don't know you're not the dumb African girl that they think. Exactly.
I'm that black American guy you never met. Oh yeah.
What they say? Hold on, Joey. What they say? What they say?
I'm the black American guy you never met. I'm the real nigga. I'm the real thing. I'm gonna throw someone under the bus, but I don't want to do that. But we're gonna keep it pushing shit.
Oh shit! Oh, is it somebody? Is it one of our black guys?
Kinda.
Uh-oh! Watch out! Sorry.
And
shit.
The FBA movement is a scary one because
blocked him, removed him out of our group because he was being stupid, getting out of hand. Like this guy was obsessed. Not even this was more than Zoe. Like this guy was.
Who the hell was that? Have we seen him again? Who is this?
Someone we call him a psychopath, me and Shimani, because he's a psychopath. You know, he's a
psychopath. Who the hell is that?
The actual term foundational black Americans makes a lot of sense, especially in a country where the original inhabitants of the country, the original black inhabitants of the country they have to coincide with black immigrants. So you wanted to say, okay, no, I'm foundational black American, I'm black American, and that's where I'm from. But that movement has turned into a xenophobic, quite frankly,
like the South African, exactly. It's like the South African shit.
And so
it's like the South African type shit
that are super exclusionary are very extreme, and it's all the talking points are extremely neo-Nazi, fascist, racist, xenophobia. I can quote all the words that you guys sound like.
Yep,
it's getting scary, bro.
That's South African shit.
And I feel like these videos get the most traction, and I think it's by design because there's no.
Exactly. It's on purpose. They're a small fringe group. You would think that they were big, but they're not. They're a small little bitty group of black Americans talking crazy. But on the internet, it looks like there's millions of them because the white man wants to push this disorder, this dysfunction. Exactly. It's on purpose. On my own feed was on TikTok, had these goopy motherfuckers talking crazy. And I knew, I said, that's how you know it's always an op. Some CIA op shit. Because why is this being pushed all over the place? TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere with this dysfunctional ass separational shit. And it's all a bunch of morons talking. Go ahead, Joby.
I'm opening my app and I'm seeing black people.
This is the problem because I've seen this. I think you have bumped into her. I've had you comment on her before, and I bumped into a video. I think this week when I was doing my research on one of our shows, and I was like,
Who's that?
There's this Kenyan lady who likes criticizing Black American people because of maybe anything that happens in Africa, and then they comment on it. Then she's, oh, so you Black Americans just realize this. You Black Americans just realize this and this and this.
Yeah. I know talking about that crazy broad.
I like the way she talks because I know the other side of the history about now Black Americans and us Africans and why we've been divided. But if you look at now exactly what he's trying to say, the most promoted videos are these FBA videos where we're gonna see the damnness of Black Americans.
Exactly.
Is that your reason?
Exactly. They think they were all crazy. Exactly.
And then the crazy part is that when you meet into those videos, I feel like TikTok is promoting it or promoting them thinking Africans are still stupid. But shit, people are woke. We're now able to criticize some videos as much as they're trying to push them to make us think some certain type of way. They're also going to pick it the way you want to project it or the way the platforms want it to be projected. But there are Africans who are starting to understand, this is about division. But only a few, I'm going to be specific, only a few, being honest, who understand this about division. Majority actually are whooping Black Americans' ass. Like, we don't want you here. That's the truth. We don't want you here. We don't And especially because of the passport bros. They're calling you back names.
So that's some South African shit.
Trevor and them from Houston wearing a fake Indian costume, and then somebody in their car in Brooklyn talking about, Africans don't got hair.
No.
What?
What
are we talking about?
Exactly.
Gotta go, bro.
I know it's so moronic. It's so fucking crazy. And that's how you know it's being pushed. Cause just like Jim Mosquito said, everywhere you went on TikTok, every other video and live was this FBA shit. That's how you know it's being pushed. That all this stupid shit, all this crazy shit, motherfuckers talking crazy. Half of them can't even fucking read and write. Talking about some damn science. Crazy.
Pretendians don't deserve reparations. Okay, they claim to be a $5 trillion community, right? But still live on food stamps.
See,
what is reparations gonna change?
See, everybody put this punk motherfucker up here, this dumbass African. So he validates the shit that Joby's talking, this moron. Most black people don't go no fat food stamps. And Black Americans are a $5 trillion fucking group. By themselves, they'd be the 12th biggest country on the planet, you fucking dumbass African. See, that's why I said both ways. You know, you get a moron up here talking, and what the fuck you talking about? He's talking the food stamp shit. You know, the food stamps are white people, you fucking dumbass nigga. Not black people here. See, but he doesn't know that. So he interjects himself into the conversation ignorantly. So that's why I got to bash him and the FBA movement. Because you got a dumbass African and you got a dumbass African American, both don't know shit. Talking crazy. Talking disrespect on
the government for everything. Education, housing, feeding.
You see how stupid this motherfucker sounds?
Transportation, everything. So what's the point of reparations? You already leave off the white man. You already leave off the white man. So what's the point of
wow.
Hear what he's saying? This is crazy shit.
This is South Africans. Why people bring jobs and stuff.
And that's why they push this in the algorithm to cause the division. That's why these Negroes And I've already seen this video of this goofy motherfucker talking crazy. Of course, they got at him. They say, "Hey, show your surroundings. Where you living at?" Right? They say, "Stop putting your phone all close. Show your surroundings, nigga. Let's see where you live at."
Let's see that.
Right? They gave you EBT. Right?
EBT.
That was not enough. They gave you PPP loans. Some of you have not even paid back those PPP loans.
He said EBT. Black Americans were allowed to get EBT to the 60s. The majority, we don't get it. See, that's what I'm talking about. They want this division from this goofy motherfucker here who driving. I think he's part of America. Everybody got a car. He's driving DoorDash or something. I said, "Man, that nigga, you driving DoorDash, giving deliveries." A lot of Africans do have them deliver my food. Right. Good, Joby.
No, if they give you reparations today, what are you gonna do with it? Make the Chinese richer? Make the Koreans richer? Right? You're only gonna spend it on chicken and sneakers. That's wasted money. No, you don't deserve shit.
Shut this dumb motherfucker say.
I don't need to be educated to understand this mindset where it comes from. This is an African who's moved from Africa, and sounds like a Nigerian to me, or Ghanaian, okay? From West Africa specifically.
Yeah.
Comes from Africa, moved to the United States, where Black Americans, again, I've understood, made life comfortable for the rest of the Africans. Moving there, doesn't understand zero history. Now he's like,
He understands it. Now he understands it, but he won't say where he's at because he understands it. He's in America, but he's not going. He understands it. He understands why he's talking that shit, but he won't say where he's at because if they recognize him, they're gonna beat his ass. And we ain't talking about no African beating. Black Americans different. He gonna get drugged. He gonna drag his ass. They gonna hurt his ass. So no, they gonna drag his ass, beat him an inch of his life. I
don't know about the African beating, but my African beating is like the Black American beating. That's all I know. Literally, that's me. I'm gonna leave you devastated. Next time, you put my name on your mouth, you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. You put in my name on your mouth, literally, because many people have dealt with on a personal level. If I hear my name on your mouth again, something is wrong with you. You know, you're looking for something different from me. Literally. So you have to learn from the first whooping, and that's just it. The first whooping should teach you a lesson. So I don't know. I'm trying to assume probably he doesn't know that much of the history, kid. I'm trying to assume that, like, because
he knows. He don't know all the history, but he knows. It's like somebody said something to them. That's why he's so angry. So I probably told him, "You ain't got no cause."
There's what I've picked with Africans is, and I've picked this with Africans. Africans like running away, and not all, but those who are the intellectual people and the non-intellectual people. There are people who will pick a little bit of information, right, in an environment where they want to be considered important, and with the little information they get, they run away with it and put up a whole narrative in favor of whom they want them to like them, right? And this is giving me Nigeria again. That's what I'm saying. Specifically, this is a West African guy. He's so West African, and if not, probably from whatever African country is coming from, that's just Africans. You're in front of a white man, he tells you, "Oh, you know, Africans have been asking for reparations. They don't require no reparations." Can you imagine that? Can you imagine we have these motherfuckers live comfortably? They'll be fucked up in Africa like the way you'd be fucked up. That's why you're here, right? You're here, right? Yeah. You got an opportunity. Would you rather be Africa, Nigeria fucked up, or would you rather be here? And the Negro being stupid because he's in Nigeria, he's like, "I'd rather be here." There's opportunities because it's giving back again to the mentality and the comments I was reading earlier today. Why people have created jobs and stability and peace in our country. So because I'm from Africa, where my puppets have not created a job opportunity. I'm in a state where, because remember we're talking about that was last month, where Africans drop religion so quick when they get to Europe or in the US because of opportunities, and now they're in a country with opportunities, and then they like, you hear white people talking about,
of course, Black Americans.
Yeah, how Black Americans want to whine about reparations, and then you're there because you're so educated about Black Americans and how they have enabled you to be comfortable in that continent. You're hearing the white man's propaganda. You're like, oh,
well, that's true too.
I have a job. I'm living comfortable. Of course, I'm forgetting about Nigeria right now, about Kenya. I feel all American. I'm turning the accent even.
Well, that's true.
How about these Black Americans want reparations? You want reparations, and the white people have made life comfortable for you? Because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then going back to the previous video, because these are the videos being pushed now, literally, that's our algorithm. I meet so many like hate type of videos about Black Americans, but because I know better, I scroll, I pass through them. I'm like, nah, there ain't no point to listen to this. What's the point? You're a paid coon. I put the kid you're a paid coon. Like, you're trying to look for the money. Yeah, shit. There's nothing important to listen to this, But there are many people who are now surviving, and Africans have understood having a fun that's in the state. What you were trying to say earlier today, the YouTubers, the TikTokers are gonna be collapsing because so many morons have gone, and especially from Africa, they're like, oh, I'm only just here working as a trucker or as a maid or whatever you're trying to do, but I can become a TikToker and a YouTuber from here. I'm gonna gain a few dollars.
So now more money.
You're trying to put on the hate on Africans because you've understood that gains you more attraction, and based on where you are with your device, rather than you being in Africa talking about the truth, which won't be you share,
That's true.
Your platform, the platforms you use are from the States. You should be gaining more much than I am in Kenya.
You do. You do gain more money. That's true.
Yeah, but we don't gain anything. Literally, that's why we have to question people. Don't donate on the YouTube. Donate on the Cash App. Donate on the on our platform, on
the website.
Exactly, on the website, because we don't gain anything because we talk nothing but the truth. So, nah, I don't believe that guy knows what he's talking about. Pass me with that.
He might not.
Yeah, I believe many Africans personally are so smart money-wise to understand what they're doing even on the internet. That's what I've understood. People are so smart to understand what Joby, stop lying. I saw you on TikTok comments saying Black Americans can't swim. You're lying, John Mosquito. That's a big gap. That's a big gap. You can pin that comment right here. Go screenshot it, and it on WhatsApp, and let me share it here. I love facts. I don't like don't play with me. I like evidence, because when it comes to evidence, I pull up receipts. Don't play with me. And I see, let me go to the comments as we wind up. I see 10 people in the say, no, Joby is saying the concept of Black is a social status in the system. Okay. And I also see 10 Speed says, well, my opinion, as I ask Keith, were Black people all over the earth before the continent separated? That's where the truth is. That's a question. 10 Speed, from 10 Speed Keith. He's asking, were Black people all over?
I already answered that shit 2 days ago.
Yes, I think it did, literally. Shaka Jones, nice to see you, says Pretendians and FBA movement is a trash. Jibba Jabba says the term is.
It is.
That's how they are. Joby Whites use it to describe Black poverty. Wow, that's how they are. God damn, man, I don't want to be born. If I come back in this life, I want to be born in Africa, not in Nigeria, not in South Africa. I want to be
That's that. You know you were born in Africa. That is Africa. What are you talking about? I was born in Africa, but not South Africa. South Africa is Africa. Nigeria is Africa. What are you talking about?
I'm specific. That's how I'm being specific. I don't want to be in Nigeria in a dusty ass place where there's nothing but there's no trees. I don't want to be
You don't got no choice. You want to come back?
I don't want to be in a xenophobic country. I don't want to be in Zambia where people are living in poverty. I don't want to be in Zimbabwe. I don't want to be in Malawi. I don't want to be in Libya. I don't want to be in Morocco. I want to be in Kenya. I want to be in East Africa, not Uganda, not Tanzania. I want to be in Kenya. I can handle Kenya for real. This is my country. I can handle the behavior of being here.
Because you understand it's your country. That's this life. That's why you understand it. That's this life. You've been born in Kenya this life. You don't know where the hell you've been at your last life. You probably was Nigerian. You probably was fucking Brazilian. You don't know what the hell you were.
I can't handle being a Black American because I'll be shot by 6 years or 12 years. Trust me, because I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. That's just me. I believe that's my soul. It's not even nothing to do with me as Joby in this life. I'm naturally a stubborn soul. I'm not going to listen to what you're telling me every single time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just not me. I'm rebellious. I'll go against your will.
Shit. No shit.
I'm rebellious. That's just the truth, and I know that about me, and I'm glad I know that about me. 10 Speed says now I believe, but I'm not able to prove. We've been in America possibly for millions of years. My opinion. So maybe we are the Pretendians. You think so? You think you're the Pretendian? 10 Speed? That's quick to think. That's quick to judge yourself. That's so quick. Yes, it says those do call Indians were Philippine slaves of the Spanish, and also Shaka John says we're African Americans, not the indigenous people of America. And African Americans.
Yeah, we're Black Americans. Yeah, African Americans are Black Americans. Exactly. Most of us not. A lot of those first people got wiped. They keep telling. Most of those Africans that were here got wiped out. They keep forgetting about that too. It wasn't no 50 fucking million Africans over here. A lot of them got wiped out. You fought wars against these white people. So were there a few of you over here? A lot of people, yeah, you were all over the globe, but there was no big. That's why you can't get no language. I always tell you guys, what's your language? Linguistically, you hear. Then what language did you fucking speak? None of you people can tell me about your language. And your language wouldn't die. You know why? Because the Africans got colonized, but they still got their language. So you will still have your Indian language. None of you niggas speak none of your goddamn fucking Pretendian language. None of you. So that's impossible. Your language would have survived. These are facts. Your language would have survived with a few of you, so your language would still be around. But none of you motherfuckers know your languages. That's the crazy part. None of you know none of the languages. So you want these people. Because even everybody got colonized, right? Chinese got colonized, they got their language. Vietnamese got colonized, got their language. Africans got colonized, got their language. So how are you the only motherfuckers that get colonized and don't know none of your fucking tribal languages? None of you. You all these different tribes around America, but you can't give me no fucking languages. None of it. So you're talking crazy talk, you goofy FBA motherfuckers. You gonna go, what's the language? I'll argue with you motherfuckers. I just ask you, what are your languages? I don't know. When the white man took all my language, they couldn't have taken all your languages, you moron. Because you're indigenous to here. Your language will still exist. That's why they couldn't destroy the Africans' language. They could give them a new one, speak English, but they couldn't destroy Swahili, Kikuyu, and Lu, because that's their indigenous language. You niggas can't tell me no indigenous languages. None. What's the Cherokee language? I don't know. What's the Choctaw? I don't know. Can't tell me none of your goofy indigenous languages. You're supposed to be all these different tribes, right, in America. but not one of you speak the language. My great grandma said she was a distant Indian. Okay, then what's the language she spoke? Since she was there, she would know the language, and she would have passed that shit on to you. Her mother tongue. None of you niggas know this mother tongue. So common sense tell you, you know what the fuck you're talking about. Y'all lying.
Period. See, Shaka says, Jibba says, where is the black Pretendian Indian casino racking in billions, huh?
I don't know. He pretended. And that just go back to linguistics. None of them got the language. Your language still would have survived. If you even got took into slavery, your language still survives. That's globally. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, we wind up. Also, say Shaka says, we are. Our ancestors are from Africa. Also says we've been taught to hate slaves by our own oppressor.
Yeah, they hate who we are.
At the worldwide. Now we do it ourselves. That is so true.
Because it's the self-hate they're giving you. They give you so much self-hate. I'm not African. I'm going to say, okay, what race are you? I'm not talking about your ethnicity. Okay? You said what you're about ethnic. Okay, what race? If you're not African, you said to tell me about a race. Indian is an ethnic group, not a race. Okay, you're Indian. You're a Pretendian. That's your ethnic group you're trying to tell me, right? What race are you? They don't even know none of this because they're fucking stupid. Can't tell me your race, and you can't tell me a motherfucking language. None of you. So if you were all these different tribes, you would have fractions of all these different languages. But you don't. That's why you sound crazy on the internet. People laughing at our ass. I got a feeling I was here. Oh, fuck your feeling. What's the language? Go ahead, Joe.
Ziba says, try dressing like a Hebrew Israelite on your black job. They'll fire you. And
the Hebrew Israelites say they're indigenous too. I thought you said you came from Israel. How are you a foundation of Black American and a Hebrew? This shit be crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
John Mosquito says, the FBA says Africans be eating monkey soup. Oh, the TikTok beef.
That's our culture. Be making fun of be eating monkeys.
Tensby says, wait a minute, African. Wait a minute. All this started with the Africa Black in the 1980s. The HBCUs that was calling Black Americans cotton pickers long before the internet. Now this was the.
No, that wasn't. You talking about the You talking about the fraternity? You talking about the boule niggas? The light-skinned niggas talking about that was a division, but that had nothing to do with this. 10 speed. You talking about the boule niggas? Talking about the light-skinned blacks, the mixed blacks against the black blacks. That was the goddamn boule. That was the mixed motherfucker from the slave masters when they created the black colleges and the fraternities. When you go back and look at all the original black colleges, they were mixed people up in that motherfucker. They were mulattoes. So you've always had this mulatto war, once again, divide, because the mulattoes said they were better than us blacks as Africans. They're mixed with their white masters. That's why those colleges were created in America, the historically black colleges, so the white man wouldn't have to sit with his black fucking bastard child that he made with the black woman. They put my bastard child over in this college. That's why you go look at all the yearbooks. I showed that years ago. Go look at the yearbooks of the first beginning of all these black colleges. Everybody looks white because they're all mulattoes. That's why all those colleges made by slave masters and rapists. Those historically black colleges. Those always got, and it began always mulattoes. That has nothing to do with this right here. That's the division in America of light skin and dark skin shit. mulatto and true African, or true black American. Not you fighting against the fucking half-breed mulatto. That's what that fight. Who has good hair? Who has bad hair? Because you being a mulatto, you said you had your white daddy's hair, right? Or your white, you had good hair. Remember, African hair was called bad hair. And you was talking about the fur on your fucking head because you would have white. That's the division we're talking about.
Jabba said, okay, Pink Lady, that's what's up. Shout out to Sail the Seas. Shout out to Danny Harrison. Shout out to everyone who's been with us this night. 15 minutes past the top of the hour. Has been
family.
Past the top of the hour. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be careful. Don't drink and drive. Don't do nothing stupid. Stay alive. That's important. Stay alive. Do everything you're doing. Ensure you're staying alive. Literally. That's one thing I always ensure about my weekends. I'm going to be having fun, but stay alive. I might have some fucked up food, fucked up drinks, but I'll stay alive. And yeah, I hope you guys stay alive. Literally. See you on Monday.
Stay alive, family. Much love.
Your closing remarks. That's it. Yeah, stay alive and see you guys on Monday. Peace.
Oh yeah. Yeah, much love. I know my internet about to go out. Peace, family. I say about this weekend. See if I do a couple shows. I'm gonna try. I know I'm breaking. I'm trying Saturday and Sunday.
That's what's up. We're gonna wait.